Nash, 80-80, you rode him in a trial recently. What were your thoughts on the trial?
Yeah, it was a lovely trial. Sort of just tried to further his education a little bit and sat him in behind and just late in the trial let him find the line, which he did so strongly and give me a great feel. He's a horse going places.
Do you have a pretty good opinion of him then? Because he's a horse that there were quite a few raps on him early days.
Yeah, well, look, I can see why. He's just a horse that wants to please, and you know, his first up run was very good. You know, he didn't have much really go his way, and he's got the good draw tomorrow. So, you know, I feel he'll be very tough to beat, and looking forward to riding him.
You sat behind them in that trial. Would that be the plan again for the race?
Oh, look, I wouldn't suggest that at all. It was just more in the trial to further his education, as I said. But you know, he's got the draw to be where we're happy, and I'll just let him tell me, I guess. You know, depending on how he jumps and things like that. But certainly, he's a horse that wherever I place him, he'll travel comfortably in the run and definitely find the line.
Sam, Sparkling Dragon, when he won last time out, you said afterwards that he was a bit green. In what way was he green, did you feel?
He wasn't so much green. He was just he just didn't change leads under the big weight, and he was on the same lead right from the 800 metre mark. So under the 133, he just seemed to labour a bit. But in saying that, he was still a very good win. He's tough, and he pulled out all effort when he really needed to, and especially stepping up to the 1400 as well. So there was quite a lot of merit in his win.
He beat most of them with that win. Do you go in confident with him on Saturday?
You have to go in confident. You know, he's as he said, he's beaten the field before. He drops back down to 125, which is only going to help. He's proven at the distance now, and you know, I worked the horse the other morning, and he doesn't seem to have taken a step backward within himself. So, you know, I'll be going in very confident with the race.
Big effort last time. Looks like he was a little bit green in a straight, but he still ran very well, I thought. Now he's going back to his own age, so looking forward again. Not much option last time with the wide gate and low weight. Of course, this time, like I mentioned, his own age, and there's a few horses with speed on my inside. So I think we'll have to see how the race run. He's only a young horse, you know, so we just have to wait on a day to see how the race goes and take it from there. Fitness-wise, he's going well. He's taken the last run good, so I'm looking forward to riding him again.
Nash, better choice. Nice win from him last time out. He steps up in distance. Will that help?
Yeah, look, the step up in distance doesn't worry me at all. What did happen though, I feel his win really took a lot out of him. It took him a good couple of weeks to sort of feel like he'd bounce back on the track, but he feels like he's turned the corner now and he's on the way back up and back to his best form. So, you know, I'm looking forward again to tomorrow, and he's certainly a highly promising horse.
So there's a bit of upside there with him?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, look, I will just sort of say though, as I say, he's probably going to be better in 6 months' time. You know, what he's shown's been great, and just sort of take into account when you see him in the mountain yard, he's got the big weight, and it did just take a bit out of him his last win. So I'm just hoping he can sort of show us his best again, and you know, he's obviously got a great chance in the race.
John, Hot King Pro, 4 from 4. He steps up into Class 2 for the first time. You've said before it's not easy for inexperienced horses up into this grade for the first time, but does he have what it takes?
Yeah, well, the Class 2s are pretty strong. You know, they can all run. But I think the race is on and the timing suits him to have a try. So he can try this one, and then he can have a break after that. But he certainly, you could expect that he'd run well and he'd go close to winning the race.
He's unbeaten. He's a horse who's always had high raps on him. But was his last win his best, do you think?
Yeah, he seems to be improving every time he goes to the races, which he has to do to keep winning. And he's making those steps pretty well. He's sort of progressing a little bit too quickly, but that's the system, and I hope he's up to it.
And from barrier number 2, last time, of course, he was close to the outside fence. This time, would you imagine he'll try to come across from there?
Yeah, he's going to clear a few of them and get over in a position to win the race. So I think that you know, everything should work out okay for him.
Neil, you've written multi-facets in both of his barrier trials leading into his Hong Kong debut. How's his preparation been?
Yeah, he's been quite, for a European horse, he's come here, he's settled in quite well, and you know, the both times I've trialled him, he's just been nice and quiet, but the last time he hit the line strong behind Fantastic 8, so, you know, if his trials are a gauge to go on, you know, I think he shouldn't disgrace himself.
You're in a good position to comment on this. Former David Simcock course from the UK. What do you make of his European form?
Yeah, well, funny enough, David wasn't here for the internationals when he had a runner, but his wife was here, and we met up with her, and she gave me quite a lot of lowdown on the horse. But you know, I think the main thing from him is he's got a really good temperament. He's settled in really well, and like I say, his trials have been nice and straightforward. And you know, his form in England, I suppose, was up to a mile. So you know, whatever he's going to do first up, he's going to improve on. But you know, there's obviously a couple in the race, but I think from a good gate, if he can jump clean and just everything happen nice and easy for him, that I can see him running a good race.
In the Class 2 2,000 metre race, John, start off with DINOZZO. His wins have been over 1,800. Does he run out a strong 2,000 in your opinion?
Well, the paperwork doesn't say so. He's won 3 races at 1,800, but I think you know, he's had enough racing, and his preparation this time, he's been pretty strong. So I think it's not much to ask to go the extra 200, so I hope he can do it. Got a bit of weight, but there should be good speed on in the race, so he should be able to run into the race late.
Were you happy with his effort at Happy Valley last time?
Yeah, sure. He ran very well. He didn't get too far away from the leader, and he tracked up nicely to just fail. So I thought the run was sound.
Prawn Barber, where will he be from gate 14, John?
He'll be pretty handy. There's a few lightweights in the race, so I'm not expecting a slow run race because of that. So he'll be able to track the speed pretty closely. He might be in the first 4 or 5, and he could look the winner at some stage.
Sergeant Titanium, you mentioned the lightweights before. Is he a chance with the lightweight in this?
He's been very, very strong. He's carried heavy weights for some time now, so he'll certainly appreciate that. And his last win was sound. So he sort of travels a little bit strongly, so he might have to do what he normally does and slide forward from the 600. Hopefully he can hang on. How do you line the 3 of them up? I think the handicap has got them where they should be, and I'm not expecting one of the 3 of them to make a huge improvement, but I'd expect them all to be in the prize money or very close to it.